guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today I'm going to be talking about brushes, everything about brushes, the most affordable brushes. For me, I'm gonna let you know this right now, I use ride or die Morphe brushes. I definitely use some Real Techniques, some BH Cosmetics, some Wet n Wild brushes. So it's a lot of affordable brushes out there that you can use that will create look like these or mini or whatever type of look that your heart decides. So without further ado, if you want to know the hottest affordable brushes out there, then don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe and click that post notification bell, and let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna show you a clip of my brush collection. This is pretty much where I keep my brushes. Pretty much my brush setup. This is like my little garbage can that I use to keep dirty sponges in to remind me when they need to be washed. These are all like my little brushes. I keep a larger container like this on my desk while I'm filming so that I can keep, those are like my fave brushes, and I try to keep like my face brushes over here and towards the back, and then my eye brushes towards the front, and then back there in that corner is all pretty much all my sponges that I use. There's some it's some Beauty Bakery sponges in there, and pretty much my collection consists of Real Techniques, Morphe, some brand that I don't even know, Wet n Wild. You always want to make sure you stay on top of cleaning your brushes. If not, that's when acne comes in, girl. If you do not clean your brushes or your sponges, acne will become your best friend. So I urge you to make sure you are cleaning your brushes. I like to clean mine at least once a week, and that's just the brushes that I use on a consistent basis, like my favorite foundation brushes, like my favorite sponge brushes. Those are the ones I'm talking about cleaning every week. What I like to do, I pretty much have this basket that I keep all my dirty brushes. So the brushes you saw are clean brushes. These are all the dirty brushes that need some love, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to talk about brushes based off how I apply it on the face. So my favorite foundation brush, hands down, okay, so in my hand I have two favorite foundation brushes, and the first one is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. This brush is still available, but this Tarte brush, I don't know if it's still available. I would check their website, but it's pretty much a double-ended brush. You can do foundation on this side, and you can blend out your concealer on this side. I know the brushes I'm showing you are dirty, but I just use some of them, so it is what it is. But these are my two favorite brushes. You are going to get a clear canvas when you use these brushes. I love e.l.f. brushes. They're affordable. They don't break the bank. You can get like 20 brushes for pretty much nothing. And yes, these are my favorite foundation brushes. Now for concealer, I like to go back and forth with a brush as well as a sponge. For the brushes that I like to use for my concealer, I like to use the Morphe E8 brush, and this is what it looks like. It is kind of flat on the top, and I like to use that brush to kind of blend out my concealer. Or my favorite is the setting brush from Real Techniques. Now this is my ride or die. If I lose it, I'm definitely going to go out there and get another one. And I just literally blend this out. So easy. Requires zero effort. And then for the sponges that I like to use, I have two sponges here. This one just came out the dirty. Ow, sorry. This is the Sonia Kashuk sponge. I really do love this sponge. You can get these sponges pretty much 2 for $10 at Target. They're soft. When they're wet, they get so big. But if you do decide to use this for foundation, you can use the butt of the sponge to get a smooth application. For this pointed edge, I really like how it really gets into and really helps to blend out that concealer 100%. And up next is this e.l.f. sponge. I wash a sponge every day. I use it every day. It's so soft. It's so easy to blend out any type of concealer. It picks up extra product very well without leaving blotches. Like if you just have a little bit too much product, I go in with this sponge and it really helps to get rid of all of that extra product if I went in with a little bit too much. And this sponge was like $3 still. Up next, I have one of my most largest favorites is my bronzers and my contour brushes. These are all my bronzers and my contour brushes. These are my favorite. The Real Techniques brush is the multitask brush. I love using this for bronzer. You get like a smooth application. Now these two brushes are a little big, but when you're in a rush and you really want to get that bronzer all over, these two brushes are going to be your best bet. But they definitely give you a smooth application as well. And it is the Morphe M527 brush. I have used this brush on my channel over and over and over again. The only reason why I'm not using it now is because it's dirty. So, but this brush is bomb. I love it. I have to go pick up another one just to have a backup. And this Real Techniques RT300 brush. This brush you can either buy individually or in a set, but I do like how it blends out your bronzer. And then my 3 contour brushes, like I can chisel the mess out of my face with these, is the Morphe, don't know because I don't know. This came out the JACLYN Hill collection. The numbers are rubbed off by now. But with this, all I have to do is like just go here and just chisel that up. Contour, face is snatched after I use that. The Wet n Wild brush. I love how these were their Christmas brushes last year. I love the detail on these brushes, and these brushes are really soft, but you can get a really smooth contour with this brush. I like how it looks when it's turned to the side. It's very precise. The bristles are not stiff, and you get a really smooth application. Oh, I have another contour brush too, and this is the Morphe E48 brush, and this is what it looks like. I like the fact that it's kind of like that's how it goes up when you apply the product on the tip. It's so easy to get that precise line and then blend it out. But I do love this brush when I'm trying to do more of a very snatched look. This is the brush I tend to go for. For any liquid or any type of stick foundation that I want to use to cream contour with, I always go in with this BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. It reminds me of the Morphe E8 brush. To me, they're both pretty similar. They're pretty much shaped the same. I only have a few powder brushes that I like. They all pretty much do the same to me. It is the BH Cosmetics number 1 brush. I really like how soft this brush I really like how soft this brush is. And this big fella is the E41 brush. And I love this brush as well to pretty much blend out the whole face. Sometimes I don't even add a product onto this brush, and I just go onto my skin and just blend out any harsh line. Blush and highlighters. For blush, I only have one brush that I like, which is the Morphe E4 brush. I like how it's angled. I really like when you want to apply that brush, you just, when you want to apply that brush, when you want to apply that, when you want to apply that blush, all you have to do is just kind of buff that on, and I like how it goes in that angle. I feel like this brush makes it very easy to apply blush. For highlighters, I like the Morphe M143 fan brush, and I love this. You literally, if you're in a rush and you just want to throw on some quick highlighter, I just go like this down the center of my nose, the tip of my nose, and bam, I have my highlighter on. And then the 2 number 1 brushes that I use for highlighter is the Wet n Wild brush. It's from that previous Wet n Wild collection that I mentioned earlier, and the Morphe M510 brush. And to me, these two these are like sisters. These are like stepsisters to me. These two kind of look alike. The Morphe one picks up powder a little bit better, but this one is definitely a dupe for this one. For eyes, I have a few brushes. I'm going to list them all down below, every brush that I mentioned, but I'm only going to talk about a few. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Morphe M535 brush. This is very popular. This brush, I really like to put this into my crease and really give out that blown out eye look. One of my favorite Morphe brushes is the Morphe M562 brush, and this is a little guy. I usually use this to pack color on top of my crease shade. It really helps to keep that color in a precise area, but it allows me to pack on a lot of pigment. Up next, my favorite 3 lid brushes will be the Morphe M213 brush, as well as the Morphe M166 brush. And I love how these 2 brushes, this one I use to pack on a lot of products, especially for the lid. And I use this brush if I want to do more detail. I want to make sure that that color stays in that designated area without going all over the place. Blending brushes, period, I'm just going to mention a few. I like the Morphe M441 brush, as well as the Morphe M433 brush. And then the last brush that I'm going to talk to you guys about is the BH Cosmetics number 7 brush. And I use this brush to clean up underneath my brows. I pretty much made this brush. This brush did not used to look like this. It was a little flat, but it wasn't as flat. What I did was, after I washed the brush, I just kept pressing it down so I can get that really sharp line, so that when I clean up under my brows, it is very defined and very cut. And I also use this brush to cut my crease. It really helps to define that area. Oh, and one more brush and then I'm done, I promise. The Morphe M158 brush, and this is hands down my favorite eyebrow brush. I've used the e.l.f. brush. I went back and forth to use the Anastasia brush, but the problem is with the Anastasia brush, I lost mine, and I'm not going to sit here and play. That brush wasn't $2, so I'm like, no, I lost it, oh well. When I go pick up another one, that'll be then. But as far as I'm concerned right now, the Morphe brush is killing the game, and I love how my brows look when I use this brush. Now into brush cleaner. For me, I only use I don't have the products with me, but I will just pop them up on the screen. I either use Dawn dishwashing liquid and the antibacteria to wash my brushes. I've been doing it for years. It has never broke me out. It's never caused me any problems, but it does get my brushes 100% clean without breaking the bank. I also use baby shampoo, which to me doesn't work as good as the Dawn shampoo, but if I don't have any Dawn shampoo, I have plenty of baby shampoo. I just use that to clean my brushes. And if I want to use a cleaner that's a little bit on the expensive side, the Sigma brush cleaner is bomb. I've literally dipped my brushes into that, cleaned it off without any problem. I also have the mitt that I would pop up on the screen that I use to go in circular motions to clean my brushes, and I let them air dry, and sometimes I leave them on my desk and leave my little fan blowing so that they can dry a little bit quicker. And that's how I care for my brushes. I ensure that I wash them as much as possible. If they are dirty, I try not to put them on my face because I don't want any acne or any type of breakouts to occur, because I do have sensitive skin, and breakouts do tend to lead to hyperpigmentation and all that jazz. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you haven't liked this video already, go ahead and like it. I assure you these brushes are bomb. If you don't have some of these brushes in your collection, you should definitely go grab some. What are you waiting for? Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and click that post notification bell, and head on over to my Instagram where it is lit. Remember, once we get to 2K, I'm doing a giveaway, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye.